Yo, what's popping, guys? You got your boy Andre here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, as you can see from the deck roulette, I'm playing Forest. This is one of the many net decks that's like available on Twitter for those of you who are looking for sites. Um, the Forest is one of those decks that like it's in a really good spot right now. Like it's pretty solid against most of the meta game. However, it's also criminally underused just because a lot of people are fairly convinced that it's not that's like not good enough or whatever. However, for the most part, from like what I've seen from both like playing the deck myself as well as like watching other people play, like it's pretty good. Um, Let me show you guys show you guys like a condensed view of the deck list. Yep, pretty solid. It is fairly expensive. I think it's like 50K vials, maybe more, something like that. Anyway, so I'm gonna be showing you guys, I believe, 3 or 4 games. These games to me, like I felt like they were like fairly interesting enough that I could go ahead and do it. Right, we're gonna start off with Havencraft. Like I feel like this game was like the biggest reason for why I decided to make this game for why I decided to make this replay in the first place, or make this video in the first place. Mm-mm. Right, so versus Haven, right off the bat, like this is definitely an unfavored matchup for the Haven player. You can win this matchup though, but it is still an unfavored matchup for the Haven opponent. The reason why is because it's because archetype wise, I'm inherently favored. The reason why is because I'm a combo deck. He's a control deck. So at some point, my control is just gonna go. Sorry, my combo is just gonna go over his control. I did misplay there. The reason why is because like you can probably afford to keep the Crystale Lily. The reason being is that like he doesn't play anything they want a Crystale Lily in the first place. So he plays a little bit of stairways. That's fine. I immediately get punished though for the toss back the Lily because now I don't have a turn 3. I mean, like I can play it, I can play it like double fairy, but that's not really like a turn 3. It's just like playing some. It's just like playing things. He plays with Snow White. The Snow White is it's really annoying. For the most part, Snow White is kind of how like Haven, like, well, sorry, the combination of Snow White plus Tortoise, or how like Haven gets through the early game and possibly even starts like winning the mid game. However, thankfully for me, fairies can kind of go under that. He does, however, play a Grimnir to block my advances. This is really bad for me because it means I have to either top deck Brambles here, or I have to top deck the Airbound Barrage. The Airbound Barrage is slightly better than the Brambles, but yeah. So I can go ahead and I can just go Fairy Spirit and then play out another Fairy. He has to draw his card from his globe. So I'm assuming he got at least one copy of Gemstone Carapace. Unfortunately for me, though, he got not one but two. So the reason why Gemstone Carapace is broken is just because like it's just because of the insane synergy with Snow White. Because now he gets triggers on both his Carapaces, which is that on his turn 5, he's gonna have 610 worth of stats for free before he even does anything. That's pretty insane. So this turn, I'm still getting punished for the whole, didn't so I'm still getting punished for the whole didn't actually keep the lily in my hand, because now I have not one but 3 Cassiopeias. This turn I do make a slight misplay, but the reason why it's a misplay we'll get in and talk about it at the end of the video. I should have made the trade here, but I chose not to because like he's Aegis. Like Aegis is not it's not a very fast deck, so I'm kind of hoping he misplays here as well. He plays at the Summit Temple. The Summit Temple, you never right. So a quick lesson to Haven players that are playing Summit Temple: do not play at Summit Temple unless you know that you're going to play at the Heavenly Knight on 7, and even then, do not play it and then do what my opponent's about to do here. Okay, so he makes a trade here. The trade here is incorrect. The reason why the trade here is incorrect is because like it's because like if you are my opponent, you would know that, oh well, he played a Fairy Whisper but did not play out his Fairy on 5. The not playing out the Fairy on 5 is a very big tell that, oh, he has Cassiopeia on 6. if you were quickly doing the math, you'd know that oh well the Cassiopeia on 6 is going to do 7 damage, and how much HP does he have in play? He has 10 HP in play. So that means that 10 minus 7 is 3 because he has a Summit Temple in play. That also now means that oh well that 10 damage I would have taken next turn, or possibly even 12 or 14 damage. Well, that's now reduced to 3. Feels amazing, man. So this turn, or sorry, so the way that my opponent could have played around that turn is he needed to just evolve one of these two. Like you make the evolves this way, you have like 12 HP in play. I can't clear the 12 HP. Granted, I already can't even clear the 10 HP. But now it means that you at least have something going for you instead of having to like trade in your tortoises. Like, that feels so bad. Like that's so much damage lost. You just like lost 10 damage for no reason. He then plays out the globe, and so he basically just like missed his turn 6. I missed my turn 5, but he missed his turn 6. However, the punish for him missing his turn 6 is gonna be even greater than the punish for me missing my turn 5. Because now I get to go Starry Elf to find brambles. I'll go ahead and play out the brambles as well, and I'll go and go fairy. I'll go ahead and go fairy. So the reason why you do this is because you want to try to bait him. A lot of people they would go ahead and try to play out Curate this turn. Curate as a trap because if you play out the Curate, I am going to wolf that in a heartbeat. Like, however, a lot of people would also try to do what my opponent's about to do here, and just go ahead and just hard slam the Heavenly Knight. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 9 damage to the face. 9 damage is quite a bit. However, as you may recall from a few turns ago, he didn't like do his damage calcs properly, and so now he's gonna be off lethal. The way he could have set up lethal is he could have gone ahead and gone Heavenly Knight, evolve for 9, and if the Snow White from before had gone face for 2, I'd be at 9 right now. So I mean that I'd always be in danger of having a second Heavenly Knight kill me. But now he not only gave me a wolf target, but I'm not in danger of dying. This turn is also another important turn because like this turn is a turn where like a lot of people they probably would mess this up. So because I'm wary of the whole oh well a second Heavenly Knight kills me and the way my opponent's been playing, it kind of feels like he has a second Heavenly Knight going on. So I'll go ahead and immediately sacrifice my wolf. I'll go ahead and also trade in my Starry Elf, and then I'll go ahead and trade in my fairy. The reason why you do it this way is this way you keep a fairy up, and then also I'll go ahead and evolve the fairy to trade into the tortoise. Now you might be wondering, but Nandra, why would you do that? Like you're only gonna lose a fairy, and his tortoise is gonna die. Thankfully, because of Summit Temple, you don't have to kill a unit in order to like neutralize it. The only thing you have to do is just reduce the amount of HP it has, because like the Summit Temple is always active and never works beneficially for the player. So with this thing being at 1 HP, it only does 1 damage. It only does 1 damage. So now I'll be at 1. I'll be at 1. And if he wanted to go like if he wanted to say still go for the Heavenly Knight, that'd be fine because it means I wouldn't die immediately this turn. He would need to have Heavenly Knight and then also have an Angel Lord in order to kill me, or just have a third Heavenly Knight. So now I go down to 10, but that's fine because I get my 0-mana elephant, and it doesn't matter what I draw here. The only thing, because like right now in my hand I have 20 damage. I have 20 damage irregardless of whether or not I have evos for these elephants or not. So all I have to do here is just live this one turn. Both these elephants can go through wards, so even if he heals, it doesn't matter because he needs to play copies of Nowzy in order to win. But if you're playing Nowzy, that means you're also not winning the game. So I can just do whatever I want here. But as long as I get rid of like everything he has in play. So I'll go ahead and Cassiopeia here. To be honest with you, I actually did misplay the correct order. For those of you who like care about order, is actually play at the fairy first, evolve the fairy into the Snow White, and then play at the Cassiopeia. So this way you have 1 extra HP on your fairy. Now, to be honest with you, I could have just like elephanted him here. I just chose not to do it just because like I didn't really feel like there was a point or like a purpose. I also want to try to hold the elephant in case it's like something like magically goes wrong. I don't think anything could go wrong because he needs to have a combo of both Nowzy as or sorry not Nowzy. I believe like the pronunciation is Nisha. But yeah, he has to have a combination of both Nisha, and then he also has to have multiple copies of that, and he has to have heals. Otherwise, he just loses. Yep. So he plays up. Yeah, so he plays up the Aether. He then evolves the Aether to make the trade. Um, it's not good enough though, because like, granted, yeah, he has a Warden Lord, so now he won't die to Jungle Warden, but he will in fact still die to Double King Elephant. And as any Elephant player will tell you, you always draw one King Elephant already. So, so I'm just gonna play out the first one. I'll go and show him the 10 mana once this way he has the option to concede if he wants to, because I'd be pretty salty right now. He doesn't concede. I just gonna play the second one, and then I just gonna kill him. 20 damage, goes through wards. Seems balanced. But yeah, like the big thing about this game is that like my opponent's like he held Evos for so long. He needed to Evo on that turn 5. You just have to do that there, but like he just didn't do it. The other reason why I feel like he could have is because like you're going second. You have the Evo advantage. You can 100% do that, but he just didn't, and he got punished for it. Oh, that and him also not going face with the 2-1. That was also important as well. Like you could either Evo or well, sorry, you could either just ignore it and go face, or you could Evo and still go face. But he chose neither option and he lost for it. All right, so the next game I'm going to show you guys is going to be versus the Runecraft. So when you versus Runecraft, you'll still be versus Burn or you'll be versus Daria. And then there's the third option of people playing Gachimera Control. To be honest with you, Gachimera Control, it's not really that popular, just because it does have issues, because you still have the, well, you lose to Dragon sort of issue. But but it's still pretty good. It's still pretty like decent. So I'm going first. Going first is great, just because you want to go ahead and you want to take that advantage away from them. All right, so I find the Pirates are gonna find the Cassiopeia. These are all like great cards. I'll even find the Brambles. I learned my lesson from the last game, and I kept like Cresselia Lily. So because like there's also nothing that they need like Lily in this matchup either. Because like the biggest things that they play are the Master Mage Levi, which you don't want to leave them play anyway, and then the Oz, which you want to kill because you want to try to banish the spells that they have. So he plays up Cauldron into Telescope. I don't think he's gonna play up the I don't think he's gonna play up Illusionist here, because like if you're smart, the best way to play Illusionist now is if you have like 3 centrals up, especially if you're versus Forest. So yep, he'll go ahead and make that play. Yep, I'll just gonna go ahead and I'll Justice and then play a Fairy. So now I have a good way to go ahead and Brambles next turn. Unfortunately for me, he denies me of the Brambles target by going ahead and playing up the Major Nightfall. So the Major Nightfall is actually really good for him, but it's also really bad because it puts him into a very awkward spot, because like next turn he probably wants to play Halo Golem, but next turn he also really wants to go face with that Major Nightfall. But if you do that, that means you just kind of forfeit the board. I mean, granted, I have Brambles plus double bounces, so you already like forfeit the board. You just don't know that yet. But now like I can race him basically. Like I can race him, and that's probably not good for him, because I'm also the one with the Cassiopeia. Like you might have Master Mage, but I have Cassiopeia, and I guarantee my Cassiopeia will probably be better than your Master Mage. Just saying. So here he plays with Dwarf Alchemist. He immediately evolves to Dwarf Alchemist. Like this is really unfortunate for him, because this is kind of like the play that will like lose in the game, because like you can't I don't think as Durian, I don't really think you can outvalue Brambles plus Brambles for a full board, and also double Airbound Barrage as well as Cassiopeia. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the correct play for him was if he had the Halo Golem, that he should just like evolve this, and then maybe just like kept it in stealth, and then maybe like done like something else, because now you give me a premium airbound target. That's great. Yep, I'll go ahead and airbound it. I'll go ahead and play out another fairy, as well as the Brambles. Like, so yet again, I still have 4 creatures in play, and even though he's supposed to be the aggressor, I have the board, and we're at the same HP total, despite him being a burn deck. Like the big reason for why Burn Room was as good as it was, because Illusionist got you in like 4 to 6 damage, maybe even like 8 damage, and then you just kind of lost because of that. But now he plays Carl and other things, and then plays Telescope. Telescope plus Carl is a really good synergy, because you just get you just get like 1 point of healing for free. He plays outside Silent Laboratory as well, but it doesn't matter because, well, I have Brambles, you do not have Brambles, so I'm just gonna make trades. Like I'll also go ahead and Airbound as well. But I will again play the Pyramid Stringer first, just see what you get. So it's always really important to just see what you get first. I'll go ahead and go face. and I'll replay the Brambles just this way. Have the Brambles up. Like to be honest with you, you honestly don't even need to have the Brambles up. The only reason why I played it is just because like I uh I wanted the phrase, but to be honest, if you just want the phrase, you can just go ahead and play the phrase for instead. The reason being is that like you know that this is his master turn, that this is like master mage turn, and while granted it won't matter if he plays the master mage like this turn because I have that many fairies, it might matter. So play with the grand summoning here, and this turn I misplay. The correct play is to always suicide this. The reason why I want to suicide this is because like he has mutagenic bolt. You know he has mutagenic bolt. Now, granted, if he ever decides to mutagenic bolt, which is does kind of like coerce him to want to do, and the mutagenic bolt is for like 3 or more creatures, I still win as long as he does it from Oz. But I do want to kind of draw the cards because I kind of still looking for that wolf, kind of still looking for that jungle warden. So I'll go ahead and make the trade here and then just Cassiopeia the board away. I'll go ahead and hit him in the face for 3. Yet again, this is also another turn where I can just like go ahead and like evolve and get aggressive. But I don't want to do that because like I just play really hard into Master Mage if I do. But however, if I had evolved this, that would have been fine because then that way like this will outlive the Master Mage. But I didn't think about any of that, so I just like played it safe. He plays that Lyriel here. The Lyriel's like fine because like it's a super losing play for him. Like he has to make a Volsa trade that does not feel good at all. Yeah, like sure he has Halo going, but like he's not even using it to go face. To be honest with you, he really should have used it to go face, but like but he's trying to play around he's really trying to play around this Brambles that's been in play for like since I don't know, I think it's been in play since like turn 4. But doesn't matter because second Brambles I think it's actually like I think it's actually like the third activation of Brambles. Something like that. So I'll just go ahead and Sylvan Justice. I'll go ahead and I prioritize giving him the Evo as opposed to giving him the Insect Lords because right now even though I don't have the Wolf, I do want to have a way to get around Master Mage, and I like using the Evo as opposed to using the Insect Lord because like the Insect Lord it can work whenever because I have not one, not two, but the 3 Fairy in play. However, the Brambles one is only going to work for this one more turn. So he plays a Dwarf Alchemist. He's going to evolve presumably to Desperation Search for the Master Mage. Like if he finds it, that's great, but like it's not is good. It's good enough to get back into the game, but it's not good enough to win in the game on the spot. He finds the Carl. That's fine. The Carl's still kind of annoying because I do want to clear because I do want to stop him from healing. All right, so this turn he plays with the Illusionist. All right, so this turn is a big misplay on my part. There are a lot of ways to play this turn. There are actually 3 ways to play this turn. Option 1, you ignore everything, you go face. You don't care. You just straight just ignore everything, go face. This way, doing that plan, you lose the game to Master Mage on the spot because you'll go ahead and you'll take like 7 damage, and then they'll have the Master Mage in play, and then you just like have to worry about can they find I think it's like 8 more. No, can they find 7 more damage? AKA, can they find 3 more burn spells? So in this case, you would die to Oz finding him piercing room, chain lightning, or just chain lightning, piercing room, something like that. The other option is you can go ahead and just like full clear the board, but play it safe. The reason why is because like every single turn you have a billion fairies in it. You have like a billion fairies in play, and that kind of it forces him to want to. It forces him to want to master mage you. If you ever master mage you, well, you have the elephant. The elephant will do everything you need it to do. The final option is to go ahead and do what I do, which is a mistake, and just kind of YOLO the elephant for no reason. You don't want to YOLO the elephant for no reason because like he knows that the only thing he needs to mute in this matchup is either random instant pills or the elephant. Like, well, and of course Bajas as well, but he doesn't know that I don't have these things. So if he sees the elephant, he's going to mutable the elephant immediately. But like I said, I wasn't really thinking about this at all. So I just go ahead and I just gonna remove all the sigils, and then I go ahead and slam down the elephant. And then I don't even clear off the illusion. So I just choose to clear off the Carlos. This way he'll stop healing. But now like I said, this leaves me open to mutable. It leaves me open to exactly mutable or like a fall from grace or something like that. But it's still not the best play. He plays with the Wizardess. He then plays Immutable. Like I said, I kind of knew this was going to happen. But this turn, he should have gone aggressive. The reason being is that, like, you can go ahead and you can put me to 9. The reason why putting me to 9 is good is because, like, you still win as long as you find as long as you find 9 more damage, and you still have at least 3 more Master Mages in your deck, as well as copies of as well as copies of wow, what's it called again? Why do I not remember this card's name? As well as copies of Halo Golem in your deck. So yes, you did have to trade it at least once, but you don't have to trade it any more than just the one time, because because if you don't trade, then just like you would go down to 2 if I evolve the rat or whatever. But have to remove the Wizards of Oz, and that's like a big deal. Thankfully, I do top deck the Aaron. The Aaron lets me do that for free. I'll go ahead and play a Ferris Sword as well, and I'll go ahead and make a trade into one of the rats. Like it doesn't matter if I make the trade or not, because I'm at 15. I'm at 50. Yeah, like it's so hard to kill me from 15 right now for him. Like he needs to find not one, but he needs to find the second and third Oz as well in order to get back to this game. And the Oz they have to like draw him a billion spells, but it's not gonna happen because he kind of has like cards in hand right now, so it's not a good spot for him to be in. He does, however, find the Master Mage Levi finally. However, it doesn't matter because like he's so far behind in this game. Like you physically is impossible to climb back out of this to climb back out of how far behind he is. I do find the second wolf in order to not get punished, and I'll just gonna trade here, make another trade. Like it doesn't matter if I do or don't go face, but I want to go ahead and make the trade this way. I'm like super safe, like because he's playing dirt. Like I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be like a random Israel that wants to come out here. If there is, then well, you got me. I didn't see that one coming, but I can still probably deal with it, and I'll still be fine because he's also in top deck mode as well. So yeah. Again, the big part about this game is like he needed to Halo Golem on the turn 4 if he was gonna play Major Nightfall, because like Major Nightfall, like it more or less puts you on the well, I'm all in track, because like if you have to trade with the Major Nightfall, you feel like crap, you feel absolutely awful. And I don't think he was in a spot where he could do that, because I went first, and I also kind of had Brambles plus like 4 units as well as double bounce, so really difficult for him to like win that game. The final game is gonna be this game versus Forestcraft. This game was like, I think, like pretty interesting overall. The Forestcraft mirror is like really weird. I'm like really inexperienced with this. I'm not like quite sure exactly how to play it. I just know that there's a lot of like brambles and things involved. So I'll keep the airbound. I'm going second. So having the airbound is nice. I get the brambles. Getting the brambles is also nice. So if I need to, I can go and just like desperation brambles, then kind of bounce the brambles on 3 or 4 mana or whatever, and then you go ahead and like and evolve to claw my way back onto the board. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. So he plays Goblin on 1. The Goblin on 1 now confirms me that he's Feet of Force. He's either Feet of Force or he's like Tempo Force, but they usually play Fida anyway, so might as well be the same thing. Yep, plays with the Fida. Thankfully for me, I can go ahead and clear out the Fida for free. I pick up the second Soul of Injustice, so now I'm in a great spot. This turn he plays Brambles for tempo to get a fairy. So this is like a really good spot for me, because like he's just using it to start like generating a resource to start like start going. But this turn I do misplay. So I said it in the last game, but like I'll go ahead and say it again. The way you play around Brambles to not get bodied by Brambles is straight up just, if they don't have like a threatening board in play, you want to either not play a creature, or if you have to play a creature, make sure that the creature can suicide into whatever their biggest dude is, to deny them from getting the Brambles bounce. The reason why you're going to do this is because like Brambles has a very long uptime. Brambles is up for your turn. Sorry, Brambles is up from the start of his turn to sorry, Brambles is essentially up for like 5 or 6 turns. It's like start of his turn, your turn, his turn two, your turn two. So that's like 4 turns. That's like 4 turns of it being in play. You do not want that to last even longer. Like there are some games in which like, oh well, if your opponent can juggle Brambles enough, you're going to lose that game. And what I'm doing right here is going to like do exactly that. Like In my mind, I thought he was going to trade, but if he has the brambles, sorry, if he has the airbound, you would 100% airbound this. This way, you keep your brambles in play longer, because like bouncing brambles is probably like how you win a lot of matchups. So thankfully, he plays with the fierce elder weed man. The wish sacrifice he's gonna go face. And he's not gonna trade. That's great for me because like I don't get punished. He does have a second brambles, but that's fine because for those of you who don't know, the way clash effects in this game work is that it prioritizes the turn player. So if it's my turn, my clash effects will always resolve before your clash effects. If it's your turn, your clash effects will always resolve versus my clash effects. So what this means is that this brambles he just played, it does nothing this turn. It literally does nothing. He shouldn't have played it, but he played it, and so that means for me is I get a free turn of his. Sorry, I get free not one but two turns of his brambles doing nothing. So his brambles has already lost like 50% of its effectiveness, and he basically just like gave me initiative, so I can do whatever I want as long as I have brambles. So yep, I have the brambles. I'll go ahead and play it. So I'll go ahead and trade. I'll go ahead and play it. Shoot more fairies. I'll go ahead and evolve one of the fairies to make another trade. It's not I control the board, and his brambles is wearing off this turn, whereas I have a bounce for my second brambles. I also have an Aaron, an Insect Lord, and some other stuff too, so I can keep going for a while. Like, and if he ever tries to Fury me, this means I can go ahead and I can maybe say drop a Cassiopeia on it, or maybe say just Insect Lord it for 1,000,000,000. So here he plays Fairy Beetle Warrior. So this is a very aggressive play. But like it's a play that he has to do. Like he has to get aggressive on me this turn. Like otherwise he's probably gonna lose the game. So this turn is a very big turn. There's a lot of ways to play at this turn. And I mean a lot of ways. Like however, if you want to be absolutely as safe as possible, the best way to do that is to make sure that they leave board space for yourself in order to sorry in order to make sure that you in order to make sure that they always have the Cassiopeia up for if he ever wants to Fury you. Like you can play for like the value and you can just like play for the board. However, if you play towards the board, then what happens is that like if he has a Furia, you die to him having a Furia plus Fairy Driver plus like I think it's two fairies that kill you. Yeah. For two fairies. So, but I don't do any of that because I that's like super next level thinking, and I'm not a forest player, so I didn't do any of that at all. That which is super dangerous, but yeah, YOLO. This, by the way, is probably why I'm like not climbing the ladder right now. Anyway, I'll go ahead and hit him in the face for 3. Because in my mind, I thought he only had one fairy, so there's a pretty good chance that that would be fine. He plays a copy of Furious Elder Weedman. To be honest with you, the playing up that Furious Elder Weedman, it does nothing. Like all your units die for free anyway because brambles. So I'm not really sure why he chose to do that. To be honest with you, I would actually just like keep it in hand because like keeping it in hand is way more threatening than playing it onto the board. Because like if you keep it in hand, I don't know what it is. Like it can be literally anything. Anyway, so he plays with the fairy driver, plays a fairy, plays another fairy, plays a fairy, and then smacks me for what would be 8 damage. However, I'm not sure why he did this. I'm not sure if like his turn timer ran out, like which why I kind of want like visible turn timers for both players. But he only hits me, but he only connects four of the 8 damage. So now I'm at 7 as opposed to being at 3. Granted, we know that it doesn't matter because I have an Aaron in my hand, but it might have mattered. So what I'll go ahead and do here is I'll go ahead and play out my own Aaron, and I'll go ahead and play at I'll go ahead and play at a fairy, and I'll go ahead and evolve the Aaron. To be honest with you, that was a misplay. The correct way to do that is to actually go ahead and ignore the evolved fairy and just train the fairy driver. The fairy driver is the only unit that you need to kill because like you cannot die from 10 from behind a ward. Like not versus top deck force. Like this need to be like both unlimited and you need to have like some gross combination of like 0 mana like wisp or whatever and it's like roaches or whatever in order to kill me, and that's impossible. But yeah, like the big thing about that game is just that, like my opponent just he he just didn't have the bounce for the fairy. Even though I like misplayed and gave him a fairy target, he also his hand started to run dry because like that's kind of the issue with like aggressive variants of force is that like you play a lot of fairies, but you don't actually play things that actually like are great enough that like sorry is that you just they basically just like don't have like good card quality. Like the only like three cards in the deck that actually like matter like Brambles, Eteria, Fairy Driver, but Fairy Driver only matters when we make it to like turn 8 and you have to have like a billion fairies in hand and then like Airbound Barrage, but then that's like and that's like I don't know. I'm not really sold that that's like good enough to make the deck a good deck. So, but yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go and leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what you think about Forest down in the comments below. Is there a variant of Forest that you like playing? If so, go and like share it to me. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.